Hello, everyone. Welcome again to GSMCT. I have finally watched the Queen Charlotte in Netflix. And I'm going to say this I absolutely love the series. Bridgerton was okay, but this particular one showed us the life of Queen Charlotte and, you know, King George. Now, with that being said, I absolutely was fascinated with this whole episode, especially with Lady Danbury because she was doing a lot. I thought that woman, there was a time that she would literally talk terribly about her husband and then turn around and just, try to do something nice for him. And I was like, is she going to kill him or not? Because it was given she doesn't want to be with him. And God, that man's face terrified me all the time. I was terrified. I was like, they did her dirty. Why did she have to be married this man? Especially the part where he removed his teeth. I was disgusted. I said, Lord, why? Why did I have to watch this?
Coral.
I've had the upstairs footman bring up water for a bath.
Coral, you need not draw baths as often.
We are done.
We are done.
My lady, I am coming in. Wait here. I will make sure everything is dignified for my lady, and then you can come and help.
At the same time, I absolutely love, Queen Charlotte, the episode. There were a lot of emotional, scenes, especially where she fought, whenever they had a fight. And the fact that, she was strong enough to actually stay with him. Like, I'm going to say the scene that really hurt me was the part where after their marriage, he just dropped her off this big castle and be like, this is where you're gonna live, and I'm gonna live in the other side. I was like, is he gonna come home or is she gonna be living here alone? Like, this lady actually endured the fact that her husband wasn't there, on their honeymoon, and she slept alone, ate breakfast, ate alone. Like, I understood that she was literally gonna lose her mind just, staying there. And the fact that also she actually at last went to actually, confront him. But, it didn't work out. It didn't work out. At last, he just sent her a dog, and she had to like bear all of this. And the fact that, they always said this was a test. They were test. I don't know what kind of test they were making, but hey, like, the king wasn't coming home and she had to sleep in the bed alone. That was absolutely heartbreaking. But one of the scenes that made me so happy was when he actually came back and they had these lovely moments together. I mean, it was giving, and you could see the love that the both share. And even when they argue and they fought, you know and I'm gonna say the most important emotional part was when she found out that they were torturing the king. Oh my God! I'm like, oh, she's gonna literally have a heart attack. Just look at how they strapped him, and literally using hot iron on this man. I was like, if I would be her, yes, I'm firing everybody. And she did exactly that. She was like, no, I'm not gonna be having this done to my husband. Like, I am pregnant and I get to literally see this. This is what you've been doing to him because he had this problem. They call it a sickness, uncurable sickness. I mean, if he's having this problem, why do you feel like torture was the best way? Why do you feel like torture was the best way to go? Like, it was absolutely heartbreaking, that scene. At the same time, we get to witness that, Queen Charlotte wasn't really like a mom to her children. And although the boys were totally wild, I mean, we had a lot of hot guys in the show, but her sons were none of it. I mean, I'm not the one to judge, but given that, Bridgerton had very hot, handsome guys, and Queen Charlotte also does. Her children was not giving it, like literally. I wasn't feeling it. I was like confused. You have this very beautiful woman and a very, very handsome, hot king. How did you produce this? Like, how did you produce this? I'm gonna say a little bit mediocre, especially the sons, because the daughters were like okay, but they were like just okay. But the sons, I'm like, it's kind of not matching because you're very pretty and your husband is very handsome, and these kids, no, these kids ain't it. But hey, it might be my own judgmental mind, but hey, the sons were not doing it for me, especially when it comes to the men in Bridgerton and the king himself. I feel like the king was the token very handsome man in Queen Charlotte, and Bridgerton actually gave us a lot of very, very hot, handsome men. But this particular series, especially when it comes to Queen Charlotte's sons, no, absolutely not. It was not giving at all. But you know what? We're just gonna pass, you know, the looks. We're just gonna move away from the looks. But it actually showed that Queen Charlotte was not really, an attentive mother to her children. Because I remember when one of her sons' daughter passed away, she was like Soros. Oh my God. I was just laughing. I'm like, lady, you do know that his wife just passed and you're just over here talking about prayers and sorrows, prayers and sorrows. I'm like, that is kind of insensitive of you. I mean, I wouldn't. I mean, your son is literally out there, you know, crying. And I remember the time the eldest son literally didn't support his other siblings, especially when it came to the marriage discussion. But I'm gonna say this: Queen Charlotte gave a lot. The series Queen Charlotte gave a lot of entertainment. There were times that it gets very emotional, and you could literally see the pain and what the people are going through. And I'm gonna say this: you can also see the reason why the women in Bridgerton acted the way they did. I mean, the fashion was absolutely still okay. It was okay, but if I have to compare it to Bridgerton's fashion, I think I'm gonna go with Bridgerton's fashion because it was more fancy. I mean, I'm not saying that the fashion here wasn't it, but hey, Bridgerton gave us more fashion. But this one actually did try. Now, my favorite one, I'm gonna say, having Lady Danbury, you know, doing her, especially the scene where her husband just, she finally did it. I mean, this woman literally made us confused. I was confused the whole time, especially when she would do something nice for him. Like he would complain, "Oh, you're not letting me go for hunting," and she would actually convince the princess to actually, let him go on hunting, let him do all of this. And the funniest part of it is he thought it was all him. I was like, maybe you should be thanking your wife because you've never stepped a foot. I mean, you have actually not talked to any royals, and all of these good things is happening to you. Don't you think it might be your wife? But he didn't care. He was more like, oh, it's because they recognize me. I'm like, oh God. Okay, we're just gonna turn a blind eye to this. I mean, she did so much good for him that I'm like, you know what? I don't think she's gonna harm this man until the end when she was actually like just chatting with her maid and that just happened. And I'm like, okay, I kind of see this coming, but you absolutely made us confused. You gave us this, impression that sometimes you like him, sometimes you don't. I mean, like, I was confused the whole time because she was always nice to him. She was always nice to him until the end when I was like, oops, well, there it goes. But apart from that, the whole series was beautiful. And it was kind of emotional when we knew that Lady Violet Liga actually knew that, Lady Danbury and her dad had been messing around. And that's why she kept all those crowns. And I'm like, oh my God, I think she knows. You know that music that they're always sing, she knows. She knows. Yes, she knows. It was giving all of that. And I'm like, ooh, at first I thought she was going to be mad, but she wasn't. She was like very, very calm. And I'm going to say, Lady, Danbury with the Lord is it Lida? Is it Liga? Oh, God. Their relationship was a little bit confusing for me because although they liked each other and they had something going behind you know the Lord's you know wife, I'm like, I knew that relationship wasn't gonna last long. The fact that he had a wife and all of that, I mean, cheating is still cheating. I don't care how you want to romanticize it. If you want to go after your lover, you should actually respect your wife and get a divorce first. That's what I thought. That's why I was like a little bit confused about their relationship. Yes, there was an emotional part there. We knew they had some connection, but it was still a little bit uncomfortable for me because, yeah, I can't really romanticize that. I mean, yeah, I understand that she absolutely, had a strong feeling for him, but it didn't work out. Now, with that being said, I'm gonna say this. You guys let me know what you think about this particular review in the comment section. Do not forget to press that like button and subscribe. And I will see you all on the next one. Have a
Charlotte!
great
You
day
cannot
and
force me
goodbye.
away. I will not go.
I command it, go!
I will stay! I love you, George. I love you so much that I will do as you wish. If you do not love me, all you have to say is that you do not love me, and I will go.
I love you!
Goodbye, Lord Ledger.
Goodbye, Lady Danbury.
You show none of us regard or compassion. Do you know how hard we have worked to provide you with your precious heir?
I know each one of you can rise to the
You
occasion.
do not know us. Any of us. You do not learn about us. You do not care for what we care for. Our happiness is not your goal.
Nonsense. I have been an excellent mother.
No. You have been our queen. But you have never really been our mother.
Oh, look, there's Lady Danbury. She looks marvellous. Hello!
I cannot marry you. I cannot marry anyone. I never want to be married again.
I waited for quite some time so there would be no doubt.
You will have your heir, Mother.
Thank you. Thank you.
Come, sit over here. Oh, those are my birthday hats. These are the ones my father made. They are cheerful, are they not?
Violet, I believe you should leave the hats where they are. They are lovely. Come, hide from the heavens with me.
Charlotte. Why, hello.
Hello, George.
Thank you.
Thank you.